I done hit the button. Oh, greetings, welcome. God dang it, welcome. This is the Fort Valley Boy Podcast. I'm your host, moderator, favorite Vince. I got D. Ronald. The guys will be on with me in a moment. So there's only one thing that can tell you to hold my beer about the Super Bowl, and it happened last night. But then there's another thing that told me to hold my beer about what happened last night that just happened 10 minutes ago. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Of course, this is gonna be the part of the show that we're gonna say, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Do my Russell Wilson. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
All I'm gonna say is when they go low, you go high. Don't say nothing else. Don't even acknowledge it. This is the Fort Valley Boys Podcast. I am your host and moderator, Fabian Bates. I got D Rounder and we got another guy on here. We're not going to acknowledge it. Of course, you can follow our show on Sundays and Wednesdays at 9:05 p.m. Programming note: we will not be on this Sunday because of the Super Bowl. So if you're expecting to watch the Fort Valley Boys, we know you're not going to be watching because you're going to be watching the Super Bowl. You know why? Because we're going to be watching it too. So we ain't going to be on the air. I know that's improper English, but we ain't going to be there. But we'll be back on Wednesday to give you a full hour of what we thought, who messed up. So just be ready for it. Brought to you by Crazy Straw. This is Ryan Anderson's sponsor. He's crazy. He got straws. He's big straw. Crazy straws. Get you one. Just for men, if you got some gray in your beard, get your beard, get your stuff ready. Just for men, you can buy it at any pharmacy or dollar store. You go to $1.25 store, gonna be probably might be $1.26 because you know that's a high price product. So buy your stuff. I try to get CB4. I still got some gray in my beard, so I gotta find a perfect match. We're also brought to you by Sprite, the Black Folk Soda, Damon sponsor, Arizona Tea. How long has been $1?
Since 1991, $1.
Since 1991, $1. Uno dinero. Follow us on Facebook.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, David. Hey, Fabe.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube for Red Podcast. Both names by nightshirt.com. You're a part of a Divine Nine, or you went to HBCU. Bernard Ingram, by nightshirt.com, Fort Valley alumnus. Created a company to give you all your needs for paraphernalia for HBCU. So get your shit from buynightshirt.com. Damon's podcast, Chopping It Up, premieres this month, 12 o'clock Eastern. He's going to be chopping it up. We were trying to get him a barbershop to go to so he really can chop it up. We're just going to make sure that they don't chop his hair up.
Yeah, we're going to try to do that, man. I'm in talks with a couple of friends. I'm trying to do that. See if we can get if I can actually go to a barbershop.
We do that for real.
But if not, y'all still tune in. Some more details coming out. Still tune in. Got some working some things out. Tune in. Keep me up, man, because I'm gonna keep y'all posted on when we gonna really chop it up, fellas.
That is a bit. And of course, this is all of our favorite sponsors, especially when we went to Fort Valley. You had to go to the student center and you had $10 and you try to get right for the student center party. You go get your $1 cheeseburger. If it's three of us, we get $3 cheeseburgers, a 2-liter soda for $1, and it's an E&J, which is a cheaper version of Henny and Coke. The liquor. And we get, hold on, we got to get my man on here. Pretty Tony, where they call him?
What's happening?
We just talk about
PT, what's going on, big dog?
We just talk about
what's going on, fella? Hey, let me address something with Tony real quick. The other day, Tony made a statement about Condoleezza Rice and the Denver Broncos. And I just want to let everybody know Tony was in my business. I made some idle threats to him about me and Condoleezza Rice and the Denver Broncos. I want to send out an apology to Tony on the air. I want to send out an apology to Tony. But Tony, next time, stay out of our business on what we doing, me and Condoleezza Rice. That's none of your damn business. And by the way, tonight I'm sponsored by Todd Williams, a.k.a. Tiny Head is bisexual.
See, we're trying to do a family-friendly show, and Tiny Head is a Fort Valley boy. We don't need this Will Smith and Chris Rock. So which one are you?
Hey, listen.
I mean, first off, you put your own business out there. I didn't know nothing about you and Condoleezza Rice. That's your business. I was just saying I didn't know she was affiliated with the Broncos. I didn't say who she was dating, who she was dating, who she was smashing. I didn't name none of that. I mean, I do now, but I mean that was your business. You told the business.
Man, I feel like Antonio Brown, man. I'm sick of this shit already.
No, Mike, please.
Don't do it,
Mike.
No,
He didn't mean no harm, okay?
I can. Okay, we'll bring it back.
He didn't mean no harm, Mike. Okay, no more Antonio Brown. Okay.
All right.
This is Kevin.
Dyke already shooting shots, man. He said you go to hear about Delonte West.
No, y'all just got to see the post I put on Facebook.
I saw it.
Oh my goodness,
that was cold blooded right there.
Boy, that roughed up.
What you say?
He put it.
Man, it's a picture I found with, man. You just got to
go to Mike page.
I'll put it in the group in a minute, Tony.
Yeah, I'll put it on there like that.
Man.
Yeah, but just stay out of our business, cuz. Okay.
Mike going here. But he going here. But let me go ahead.
Thumbs up, like it's a bet.
Let me go ahead.
I heard she was from the street though.
She from the street.
You better watch your damn mouth on this. You better tell dude.
She's from the streets.
I'm just saying. I heard she was from the streets though.
Better watch your mouth, Tony.
All right.
Man, okay.
Crank it up, Big Fade.
So
hey, Anatole say we need to trade He said Lakers need to trade AD tonight.
Well, this the reason why. If you saw them pictures for last night game, we were gonna lead off with the Super Bowl. But
they're getting ready to make a trade, but it ain't AD.
But
yeah, they about to drop one. They got a trade. They made a drop.
They just had a trade. They traded Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he gonna buy out of that. He gonna buy out. He ain't gonna go. I don't think that dude can go back to Utah. Y'all remember a couple years ago he had an incident out there?
Yeah, dude called him an N-word.
But he would make them a little better though. Come to think of it.
Better how?
Westbrook marketing
wardrobe.
So he didn't. So he didn't go to Minnesota. He went to Utah.
He went to Utah.
Yeah. They said he was going to Utah.
Utah is about to get. Minnesota about to get Mike Conley.
Mike Conley. That's right.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense because you got Anthony Edwards and then Big Cat should be back, and Rudy and Conley played with Rudy for the last couple of years. That makes sense right there. That trade that makes more sense. But let me give everybody the details of this three-way trade with Minnesota, Lakers, and Utah. D'Angelo Russell from the Minnesota, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt are with Utah, and they're being traded to the Lakers. Mike Conley and Nickeil Anderson-Walker are going to the Timberwolves. The Jazz are getting Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and a lightly protected 2027 first-round pick, which is protected 1 through 4. So let's say the Lakers suck in the 26-27 season. They get a lottery pick at 3 is protected, which means their next pick they have available, they'll be able to trade it. Anything after 5 that goes straight to the Jazz. I know this is hot off the press. Give me your initial thoughts on it.
Lakers still might not make the playoff. They get better on the perimeter. D'Angelo Russell is, he's another scorer. You got Malik Beasley, Vanderbilt. Those guys are adding depth and some two-way guys. But that West is so jumbled up, man. There's still a chance with this move. They still don't make the playoffs. When I look at this trade and D'Angelo Russell don't make me say, okay, the Lakers are going to make the playoffs or the Lakers going to even be in the play-in. There's no guarantee with this. When New Orleans get Zion back and Cat is on the way back in Minnesota, I think the problem with the West, you got 2 or 3 teams that nobody expected to even be in a hunt now. Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City, Portland, teams like them, nobody really expecting them to be in the hunt to be, for the playoff. which done made it kind of jumbled up out there. So this trade don't make me think that the Lakers are gonna win the West. They don't, or even make the playoff.
What you got, David?
I agree with that, Mike. I think what hurt them last night is they lost. I know LeBron, he made history. They needed that game, though. They really needed that game. And with bringing D'Angelo, Beasley, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really, I don't think that was enough unless they still trying to do some things as we speak. I don't think that's enough because they are behind. They lost last night to a team that they looking up to. So it's not enough where D'Angelo does bring, and well, I mean, he was once a Laker, so, but he does bring a little more scoring punch. He does.
Pull the West standings up, Fade, when you can. Pull the conference standings up. Let's see what we're looking like out with.
I mean, I think they'll make the playoffs. The play-in, I thought they would make the play-in without the trade. I think the trade definitely puts them in a better position. They going to the playoffs. For a while, at the beginning of the season, I didn't really see that. But as I've started to pay more attention to basketball the past couple of weeks, and diving into it, they'll make the play-in game at least, if not better. They're only 2 games out of the play-in game right now, guys.
Hey, Fade,
the All-Star break.
Do you see Westbrook actually playing in Utah?
No, he's gonna get bought out. And that's gonna start the fall for him. Because once you start getting to that getting bought out of your contract, that means you're gonna be a journeyman. So like John Wall, Carmelo. I don't see him playing in Utah. If he plays in Utah, I'll be shocked. If he plays,
I wonder where he would go.
I mean, why you think he wouldn't play?
I just don't think he's gonna be a good fit with that young team. I just don't think he's gonna be a fit.
I don't think he would want to play out there though, Tony. That's just my assumption.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I think it just really matters whether it's teams out there that express interest on him joining them to make a playoff push. If he don't really have a lot of people reaching out to him, trying to see what his intentions are. I mean, why not?
I mean,
this is his last year. This is his last year on the contract anyway. So, I mean, Utah don't have nothing to lose. I think he could. He's a good man. Westbrook got a bad rap, man. I talk about that all the time, man. He's a good teammate. He's a fierce competitor. I think he would actually, make Utah a little bit better. All he want to do is hoop and pass the ball, man. That's his game.
I'm gonna throw out about 3 or 4 teams if he don't go to Utah that he could go make them a team, take him a step above. Golden State, Philadelphia, and Miami.
He would not.
Now you thinking Golden State, he can run with that second unit like he been doing in LA. And they gonna need a little bit more. Oh, the Clippers. I mean, he right there in LA. So it's couple teams.
Now the Clippers would be interesting. I thought about Philly because I'm actually looking at them right now. I thought about Philly briefly, but I mean that's a good pull, Edward. The Clippers would definitely be interesting, and it would be a good fit. The John Wall situation ain't really working out how they had hoped. What's
going on with John Wall? Is he hurt again or something?
I don't know, dude.
I'm thinking with that, I think Ty Lue is just trying to find the right match, considering who's in management. Lawrence Frank, who got Doc Rivers fired, but it's neither here nor there. and he's constrained by the load management plan that they have in place. If you look at it, the Clippers actually should be where the Denver Nuggets are at right now if they weren't babying George and Kawhi Leonard. They should have 40 wins right now. But due to the fact that Kylu's doing what he can under the restrictions that he has, that's the problem. But the
Clippers gonna end up being second. They're gonna end up right behind them. Watch what I tell you.
I could see that. As long as they don't play Denver anywhere in the second round like they did a couple years ago in the bubble, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
So you don't think Phoenix gonna make a push?
No.
When everybody get back healthy?
No, because they show who they were last year. They really shouldn't have made the final that year if AD wouldn't have got hurt, but we can't. I mean, AD getting hurt is like you got to crack some eggs for omelet. It's going to happen. But let me just say this before we move on to LeBron. The Lakers had a chance to get Buddy Hield and Tyrese Halliburton 2 years ago for KCP and Kuzma. All this could have been solved 2 years ago, not this last season, matter of fact. But you making this trade now is like you're just reaching for one of them crazy straws. You got more NBA players on your team, still some D League guys, but I just like I said, they'll make the play. Matter of fact, they're 4 losses behind the 4 seed, which is the Clippers. They're 4 losses, so they could go on a little run. Clippers might be able to go 2-2. Sound like Keyshawn, just go 2-2. Just give me 25, 7-7, 2 turnovers, score 110 points, play good defense. We'll have a chance. But other than that, Lakers probably gonna be in the market for trading AD in offseason. I wouldn't be surprised. If they tried to trade AD by tomorrow at 3:00 after what he pulled last night, which will lead us to LeBron being the all-time.
AD ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all need to stop, man.
I know he ain't going nowhere, but the disdain he had last night. If you looked at some of the stuff last night, you could see LeBron, AD, and Russ. They looked like they weren't locked in. They was like pissed at each other. I'm like, why y'all being pissed at them, man? Y'all. Anyway, Lakers lost the game last night, like we said. LeBron broke the record. 38 points. Left the game in the fourth with his he has a lingering foot injury. Yeah, they AD mad at LeBron for breaking the record, but you have 14 points and 8 rebounds. 6 rebounds in the fourth quarter.
That's that right there, man. Well, first of all, salute to LeBron James for the simple fact LeBron James has, throughout all the years, throughout all the hate this man has received, this man has lived up to the hype ever since he's been on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And I salute you, brother, because there's a lot of people would have folded a long time ago. Everything you came in as a number 1 draft pick. You was a rookie of the year. You won the championships, MVP. Now you the all-time leading scorer. And the thing about LeBron is probably going to push this way off into the 40,000 points. And I don't know who would even be close to next to LeBron as far as trying to get that record. But LeBron James is one athlete that has come in and gone by the script and done everything that they say he couldn't do or whatever the case may be. And I salute him. I really do. Now AD. Anthony Davis, man. Oh, that was. I feel like some of this stuff be staged sometimes because you. How can you be jealous or have hate for a man that won you a championship? Everybody in that arena was standing up. The other team's players, your teammates, everybody in that arena was standing up, but you, man. And that was a bad look, man. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Davis and the Lakers or Anthony Davis and LeBron, but this was one of them moments where, regardless of what you got going on with a person, you applaud him for his career because he's had an unbelievable 20-year career, and that was just a bad look, man. Bad look.
What about your pretty Tony?
What about Anthony Davis?
Either one, LeBron, Anthony, wherever you want to take you.
I mean, first off, salute to LeBron. Definitely is a huge feat, record that many people thought would never be broken. And as Atwater said, I mean, LeBron said it a couple of days ago himself. He don't really see himself going anywhere for the next couple of years, so the record's only gonna get bigger. So definitely kudos to him. I have my own feelings about LeBron, but at the same time, I'll never take away what he's accomplished on the basketball court. That would be hating, and I'm not a hater. So definitely salute him in that regard. As far as the Anthony Davis situation, I don't really know, man. I don't really know the backdrop. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, people look at things. People look at things differently, man, through a different lens, man. He may have felt like it wasn't a need to stand up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what was going through the man's mind. Pretty much like Atwater said, everybody else was standing up, but I mean, maybe he knows that LeBron knows that he's been supportive of him, man. Maybe they've had conversations, and LeBron knows that like I say, Anthony Davis supports him, man. Is on board, and and is there for him. Maybe he felt like it wasn't that serious to stand up. Maybe something was hurting. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. I just don't see. I mean, I hope it ain't hating. I don't think it would be hating. You know what I'm saying? I just hope it ain't hating, man. I just hope it's something else going on behind the scenes, like he was tired, something was hurting, whatever the case may be. And
man, that ain't no excuse there.
The media. I mean, it ain't an excuse, man. I mean, it could just be the truth. Sometimes things could be the truth. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily an excuse. But like I said, I don't know. I just don't see it, man. I mean, this would be the first something like that would have showed itself before now, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If there was some kind of beef between Anthony Davis and LeBron, something would have showed itself before last night, dude. I mean, that's just I hadn't heard anything. Any of you?
No.
Well, I say this. I'm gonna start with LeBron. You gotta give LeBron credit. You gotta give him credit. He's King James. He's the king. He's the scoring king of the NBA. Here's a guy who was labeled the next coming ever since he was 16 years old. Here's a guy that came as a #1 pick and did not disappoint as far as what he did on the court. Big, strong guy, can score, unselfish, rebound when he need to. And he broke a record that Kareem broke the year he was born. It's a 38-year-old record. And one record we thought that would probably stand. And he's a physical specimen. Like Tony said, he talking about playing a couple more years. And fellas, he's averaging 30 at 38 years old. He's averaging 30. So it seems like he does have a few more years. I'm gonna give him big cred. I don't really have, I'm not the huge LeBron fan. I respect what he does on the court. I respect how he is as a family man. He takes care, he's a part of his kid's life. He gonna make sure that he gonna do what he do because he didn't have that. He didn't have his father. So his family life, him as a man, I respect him as a ball player. I really respect. I really do respect. Sometimes I wonder about certain things on the court, but that's my opinion. That's just me. I'm with Tony. I think the AD stuff, to me, I think when it's being put out there, technology got him out there. We really don't know what's going on. We don't know what's popping with Anthony Davis and what's really going on in his mind. I seen a video. He was a part of the video where he gave his salute, his kudos. So sometimes technology can open up stuff.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, D, but it looked like he was coming from somewhere else. Like he may have been coming from the locker room or back getting treatment or somewhere. That when he was walking, you know what I'm saying, walking up to the bench.
And see, my thing is with technology, you always seem to catch certain stuff. It may not even be technology make things worse. You put stuff out, and it may not even be what we making it out to be. You know what I mean? It's especially since he was in a video that I saw with Celeb saying, I'm glad I was a teammate. I was able to see this as a teammate. So I can't really say that it was some ill will or anything like that. I'm not gonna say it because I honestly don't know.
All I know is from what I just shared the video of what from the perfect viewpoint of the bench seeing the shot. And you were standing up, you sat down. When he hit the shot, you stayed sitting down. The whole stadium was standing up. You ain't too hurt to take the $30-something million every year the last couple years since you signed your contract. If you were breaking the scoring record, Anthony Davis, LeBron would have stood up for you.
I agree, Fate. I'm with you, Fate.
But you literally were standing up. You said, "Fuck this, I'm sitting down. I'm good." Hit the shot.
But fellas, let's play the devil's advocate. Let's play the devil.
You probably got
Anthony Davis is his own man. Kyrie Irving is his own man. LeBron James is his own man. There are certain ways that certain people may celebrate. Just because you don't see him jumping up and down, how you know he ain't gonna take him out or did something for him or is gonna do something for him on the friendship tip. So we can't technology take stuff and blow it up because everybody see it and everybody can give an opinion. So I hate to jump on the negative side. The only thing negative that came out is that they lost. You know what I'm saying? And it's more so if you want to be picky, what did Anthony Davis do in that game? You see what I'm saying? So, I ain't trying to say I don't know. I'm with Tony. I ain't going to make that assumption because I really don't know. We don't know what he did for LeBron after the fact or whatever. We just seen him sit down. We don't really know. I get y'all point, but everybody, that's the way technology is making this world go round, bro. Everybody can make a wrong assumption on anybody.
But him taking him out or doing something off the camera, you think that would solidify or justify him not standing up? I'm just asking the question.
Okay, let me say this. I answer it, and then I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna ask you a question pertaining to what you just asked. Yes, because maybe at the end of the day, he came to him, Bron. You know what, bro? We gonna do it big because you the all-time leading scorer. Hell, they won a championship together. They ain't had no issues. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I think we making it a mountain out of a molehill. And if it was Anthony Davis breaking and LeBron jumped up and all that, that's cool. We don't know what their relationship is, and I just don't want to assume something that may not be true. Because, like I said, I seen a video where he gave him the ultimate kudos and said he was happy he was even on the bench to see it. In a tribute, in a video tribute that Drake and Rihanna and all them did. Steph, they all did a tribute to him, and he was sitting right there like I was sitting right there on the bench. I seen you make it. I'm glad I was a teammate. So to then come out and say he was sitting down when he did it, I mean, that's just like the media trying to make something out of nothing.
Jalen Rose said it was hating and jealousy. So
It's
He
come.
got
It's
his own
It didn't
opinion.
look. Well, let me just say this. Regardless of the situation or whatever that was done, it just didn't look good. That's all.
No,
Now,
it didn't.
if you and LeBron got something special or whatever, then that's cool. That's y'all thing. But just the perception, just what was taken and how he was looking, not just here, just sitting out on the bench, you looking like you didn't give a damn. But the perception looked bad. And sometimes your delivery is bad, and that's how it looked. It looked bad. But if they got something,
I definitely agree with you on that. I can't argue that point. It didn't look good. I feel like you got to know the moment. But who are us? Who are we to judge him for how he handled that moment? That's all I'm saying, man. I get it.
That's just like I'm going back to Fort Valley or something. That's just like a dude I know. He went over Omega, and his girl wasn't there. And I was like, "Hey man, your chick wasn't there or whatever. You all right?" They were like, "Yeah, we getting together tomorrow." So I guess it can be that same thing. It can be that same thing because I'm looking at it like it looked bad that your girl wasn't there, but he like, "No, I'm good because we getting together." So it may be the same thing what y'all saying about AD.
He got his hand up, but see, Tony nailed it though, Mike, and you can. It's all you, Fabe. After this, Tony nailed it. That's your perception.
Yeah.
And then you see what I'm saying. So when you came with your perception of it and it was explained, then you got to look at it like, oh, well, maybe it was something she had to do, and it was explained.
I thought it looked bad.
That was just understanding.
Yeah, I thought it looked bad that he crossed and she wasn't there, but he explained like, we get together.
And I get that, but there's a thing that I get that, and you're right. I'm just saying what I agree with Tony saying. Everybody's perception may not be the rule. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain thing that you got to look at from a position. Yeah, it looked bad. But why does it look bad? Because of technology, and everybody caught it in this and that. Nobody would be talking about Anthony Davis if he wasn't caught sitting down. Nobody. So it's just, you can't really go by all that stuff. You don't really know their relationship. You don't know what's going down. We won't know what their relationship like and find out until one of them say something or some come out to where it's irrefutable. Floor is yours, Faye.
And then the video, I'm sorry, Faye. And on the video, he wasn't looking at his feet or looking all off in space or whatever. If you look at the video, he was looking.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I get all y'all points, and I just want to say, coming from Jalen Rose, who said it's petty and jealous, he just slide that in there as it did to Stephen A. Smith for sleeping with Molly Karen, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh man,
we gave you the flow for that, Faye.
He did.
Faye, right. I thought you were man.
No, I had to throw that in.
You cutthroat for that, home.
Hey, Tony, you finished reading that book?
No, man.
I ain't gonna give it away.
You cutthroat for that, little buddy.
One last LeBron question before we move on to the Super Bowl. Anatole says LeBron is right now his fourth in assists. Do you think he's going to get the assist record before he retires?
How many? Jason Kidd is the all-time leader, right?
John Stockton
with 15,000.
I don't think. Let's see. I'm pulling it up now. John Stockton 15,000. Jason Kidd 12,000. Chris Paul 11,000. LeBron 10,000.
No, I don't think he's gonna get it.
No,
because
he gonna get it.
He got to average about 12 a year for 3 years to have a chance.
No, he ain't gonna get it. That one. I don't think he gonna get.
He gonna get.
I said the pre-production. I think the only record that's probably safe is Cy Young's record.
Cy Young with
his wins record. I think that's the only one that's safe.
Yeah, because he what 508,
511,
511. I'm close. Yeah.
I think that's the only one that's like probably will stand the test of time. I don't think the way things are going in baseball, no pitcher will probably ever get enough starts to get that type of number and wins.
That is 7 hitters. 7 hitters.
I don't mean to cut you off, man. I want to go back on something Tony was saying a minute ago about LeBron, and he said he wasn't gonna hate and his personal thoughts or feelings about LeBron. Let me ask this question, and it can be open to anybody on the floor. LeBron James receives so much hate because of why? Not necessarily hate, Tony, but like what are your personal or your feelings about LeBron?
I mean, first and foremost, I've seen him quit on his team. Most people that know me know I'm a Cavs fan. Huge Cavs fan. And when the situation went down with, and a lot of it's rumors, dude, it's never been validated. So, of course, these are just rumors, but I feel are true. When it came out, and it's funny we talking about this right now because you said something. Obviously, you must have said something about it earlier because somebody had a comment about Delonte West. But when it came out that Delonte West was banging his mama, dude, he quit. He quit on the Cavs in that Boston series, man. He quit. I watched LeBron James shut down and quit on the Cavs. And then people think that, my issue with him leaving Cleveland and stuff like that had to do with, him leaving Cleveland. It was bigger than that, man. That man earned the right to go play ball the way he wanted to go play ball. But, by him being a hometown guy and to embarrass them like that, not the fact that you leave, you embarrass Cleveland the way that you left your home state, your city, you know what I'm saying, by informing Dan Gilbert 10 minutes before you go on live television and host a damn television show, our broadcast, shitting on your city that you're leaving, dude. It was foul, man. No, it was foul.
You do know he came back to win a championship for that city, right?
You ain't let me finish. He came back. He won his championship for Cleveland. Hey, man, I'm very thankful. That I was so glad for that city and for that state, dude, because they've had a lot of sports heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? But that you coming back and that don't change the fact of what you did. It may lighten it a little bit, but you don't forget. That don't mean you forget what you did. But like I say, man, I don't hate LeBron, dude. First off, I think great family man, definitely sets the example as far as, what a family man should be. Love what he does in the community with the school, and giving back to his community. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue with LeBron as far as on that side of things. And I give him his flowers for that. But, hey, man, to be in these conversations as far as him being the greatest basketball player ever, and I've seen you quit on your team, I'm not entertaining it, bro. Not gonna do it.
So you rank LeBron on your all-time list? What, top 5, top 10? What?
Oh, absolutely. Top 5, easy.
See, that's what I say. I don't think you can negate that he may be one of the 5 greatest to ever pick up a basketball. I know people can make an argument. As far as him on the court, I don't really think it's an argument. Now, and see what bolsters his argument is that he did break the record and probably is going to push the record over 40,000. When he retires, it's probably going to be 40,000, 10,000, 10,000. So I know he's lost finals. I know he lost them. He did win some. He's won MVP. He's done.
Hey, how many Magic lost? Magic lost what? 4 finals? 5?
4.
Jerry West lost 8.
So I mean, that's people's argument, though, bro. I mean, that's his argument. That's a lot of things that they used against him. But Tony brought up a good one, and that's one that can be used against him. He quit. That's one that could knock him down because Mike was cerebral. Kobe, we all know, was cerebral. Magic was cerebral, even though he lost. Bird was cerebral.
I saw Kobe quit too, though.
Yeah, against Phoenix in 2007. Yep.
I've seen Kobe quit too, but he definitely was cerebral. But he quit to try to prove a point. Mike wouldn't quit to prove no point, dude. I'm saying Mike will prove a point
I heard
in another
somebody
way.
say, talking about Michael Jordan, I heard somebody say that if Mike would have got that all-time scoring title, they wouldn't have lost the game because that would have put a sour note on his day. He'd have made sure they wouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah,
And you know what? He's right. That dude
Mike
is
was
right.
that dude,
Mike
man.
probably would have put up 65 to make sure he didn't lose.
Mike was that dude, man.
You
I'm
know,
telling you,
Mike
man.
was a different breed, bro. He was
This year, I'm telling you, that he was a different breed, man.
he was a different breed, man.
This younger generation that don't really have nothing but highlights to go off of, dude. Man, I feel sorry for him. Man. Mike was
I mean, you got
breed.
players. I heard Jalen Rose say it. I heard Shaq say it. I heard Charles Barkley say it. He said if the rules they don't have the Jordan rules. It's widespread. Man, Jalen actually said it, and Barkley said it with like authority. They're like, man, Michael Jordan will average 50 right now because you can't touch him. His running gun. That means you playing right into his thing. The only thing he really couldn't do was shoot threes.
I don't know now. He improved.
He did, yes.
He improved,
but you know, these cats is like, you know, you got KD and Steph and Clay. These cats just shoot and Trey Young. They just flat born shooters. With Mike, his scoring paralysis, bro. With this wide open of a game, I can actually see him averaging between 47 and 50 a game. Now that I'm picturing him, what I saw, for him to average 35 in such a physical league, you open it up, that's ugly.
That's my last situation. This is something totally different.
Don't you say nothing sideways, Fabe. I see your hand up.
Okay, I won't. But just remember, the ill. No.
And I'm not speaking ill will about Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was great. But you know what I'm saying? Nothing I said was not facts. He quit on Phoenix.
He quit on Phoenix and almost quit on him, Mary.
And basically, you know what I'm saying, was trying to prove a point that he needed help. He quit.
Quit on Phoenix.
Stop shooting. His was more obvious. At least LeBron played his off. And this goes to show to the greatness of LeBron. Because when I tell people this, they are, man, he still average such. Anybody that watched basketball, dude, and was watching them games knew that he wasn't playing the way that he plays, man.
Fabe, take that down, Fabe. Take it down.
But he was so he was so tough. See that Fabe is the one who's going to
Fabe foul.
He going
on his foul tip tonight. He foul man tonight. Fabe on some foul stuff.
Fabe got a mixture of Stephen A., Bomani Jones, and Jason Whitlock all rolled. Put them all in one pot.
Motherfucker on my name. Don't you?
He all them in one pot, man.
His name, Mike. Look to your right.
Fabian A. Whitlock.
There you go.
Fabian A. Whitlock.
Roll them all in one, man.
No. There's two things that Whitlock don't have on me: my looks and my weight loss. Okay.
Yeah. We'll give you that one, but you know you snuck that one in. You're gonna try to put it in the chat. You snuck it in.
Okay, I apologize, Kobe. My bad. Wherever you
no,
are.
You don't. No, you don't. We know who you are, Fabian. It's okay, sir.
Don't worry. At least him and Stephen they have something in common. Let's get to the Super Bowl because this, you know, we really are supposed to be talking about this doggone Super Bowl, and we done doggone went the whole thing talking about LeBron and Westbrook. Lakers ain't gonna make the playoffs. Darby Ham probably fires us next year, so we'll get out of the way. Now we got a Super Bowl coming up this weekend.
I'm always trying to fire somebody.
I'm just saying,
dude is unbelievable.
I'm just saying, boy. I'm just saying that what you're gonna be thinking. I'm not firing Darby Ham. I think he's doing a good job. The Lakers ain't gave him nothing to work with, but they're gonna blame him though, just like they blame
Now that statement I can rock with. You actually not firing him, the coach, because of him. I can rock with you on that because you actually there is a little validity behind that.
Yeah, because Frank Vogel should never got fired. He got fired because Westbrook couldn't get along with him. My thing is though,
Vogel deserved to get fired.
Nah, Westbrook should have been traded. They should never trade for Westbrook.
Vogel should have got fired.
So is it
but they sucked on defense too. And Vogel was a defensive-minded coach.
Hey, who's the anchor of your defense?
LeBron.
Anthony Davis. And where's Anthony Davis half the season?
Do what?
Where's Anthony Davis for half the season for the last 2 years?
Hey, man, I hear what you're saying, but if you're a defensive-minded coach, whatever you have on the floor, that should be your staple. That was not their staple.
The problem was with Westbrook, but that's neither here nor
there. There we go again. Everybody want to blame Russell Westbrook for every damn thing, dude.
Hey, you know what's so funny? People blame him, man. And he's a Hall of Famer, but everybody bash this dude, man. It's unbelievable to me.
At least I don't call him Westbrook. We just say he can't damn shoot.
We hating on ain't that amazing, Tony? We're hating on a Hall of Famer. Westbrook is a Hall of Famer. Westbrook done had, 2 or 3 seasons in a row with triple doubles. We've never seen that in our lifetime. He's an MVP, and we hating on it? It's unreal to me.
So we're not allowed to talk about what he can and can't do.
What you mean you're not allowed to talk about what he can and cannot do?
It's hating. So if I say the man can't shoot through a wet paper bag in a hurricane, that's
okay. If you ain't hating, tell me something good about Westbrook game then. Tell me what you like about Westbrook game.
He can pass the ball very well.
Hey,
Super Bowl 57.
Super Bowl 57. He's very athletic.
Super Bowl 57.
Let's go to the next subject, man.
50, Super Bowl 57. Let's go.
Like a Ninja Turtle, but
hey, man, that boy said he can pass the ball very well.
You say the positive, and I do.
Super Bowl 57, man.
So what we're going to do is we're gonna rank positions on each team on a rating scale like we did last year. 1 means very confident, 2 means confident, 3 means not confident, and 4 means no confidence. So the lower your score is, that's who your score says should win the Super Bowl. But then we're going to ask for your picks. All right. Because last year Mike said his score had Cincinnati winning it, but he picked the Rams. So like that. All right. So we're gonna start with quarterback. What's your ranking on Jalen Hurts? We'll start with Tony, then Mike, then Damon.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you mine while he waiting one.
For Philadelphia?
We got to rank between. We got to decide between.
No, but each team, like you want to rank Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said 1 being the most confident, right?
Very confident, yeah.
And what's 3?
3 is not confident, and 4 means no confidence.
Man, why we don't have an in between?
No in betweens. Just like at school when I do
2.
All right. Mike.
I already told you about Jalen Hurts. I gave 1.
1. All right, Damon.
I'm going with a 2.
All right, Patrick Mahomes.
He said no.
For me, it's 1.
No. Take mine back. 2.
2. Okay. Tony.
That ankle.
2 because of the ankle.
I don't care. Patrick Mahomes, he getting a 1. I give Jalen Hurts a 2. Running backs. The running backs on their team. Philadelphia.
They get a 1.
1.
Yeah, I got a 1 for them too.
Everybody got 1. What about Kansas City?
4.
3.
3 for Tony. Damon.
Yep, 3.
I'm gonna give him a 4. I got no confidence in running back.
Well, let me just say this real quick about their running backs. They use their running backs differently than pretty much any other team. Kansas City is a predominantly passing team. So Pacheco and McKinnon, them guys, they may have 5-6 catches out the backfield. And that's their production.
They use their running backs like San Diego use their running back. They not unique as far as how they use their running backs. And I still have more confidence in San Diego's running backs with Eckler and all them and what they do out the backfield.
Yeah, because
if Kansas City runs 65 plays, 45 are gonna be passing. So they're not a running team. That's the difference between them and Philadelphia. But
Yeah, I
Pacheco and
I
McKinney,
get that, but what I'm saying is just to counter your argument, and what I'm saying is you saying they run something very unique. They do, but San Diego runs a very unique offense that's the same way as far as they use their running
They
backs
use their
differently.
backs to set up. They
Mhm.
use their backs. All of them are pass. Most of them are pass catching backs. They
Yeah.
use it to set up. They pass to set up the run.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
Like the old 49ers.
but I still don't trust. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
running
I get
back.
what. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just think. I know no confidence. I get it. I think we should have. I mean, I would have confidence, a little more confidence than y'all because of who their head coach and our OC is. Because they had 2 weeks to prepare, and they probably Andy Reid and Bieniemy done got together. Because I'm pretty sure that everybody is saying that they done figured out a way to get them more involved. I do, that's what I think. That's why I said 3 instead of 4 because of who their OC and head coach is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel. I mean, yeah, even and like I want to say, I mean, that's always Andy Reid. Like even when he was with the Eagles, you know, so they never had a flashy, dominant running back. They had Brian Mitchell, who was good coming out. Brian Mitchell was like an Eckler is these days. You know what I'm saying for San Diego. But that's what I'm saying on Kansas City. To me, they haven't found that. They
I
haven't
feel you.
found them.
I feel you. I feel
They
you.
haven't.
And
They haven't
I'm not
found it.
disagreeing with you, Tony. I actually agree with you. I feel what you're saying.
No, we don't have the money. Oh, shit.
All right, wide receivers. Start Philadelphia.
one.
Just talked to him and he was like,
Okay, Mike, give him a 1.
listen, don't be fine. I don't know.
I give him a 1.
1. Tony.
1.
When I say tight end, that means the tight ends also. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 1. Kansas City.
The tight end.
No,
You including the
wide
tight
receiver,
ends too with this
Oh,
receiver?
you're including the tight end with the receivers?
Yeah.
Oh, that Kansas City
Ah,
get a
come
1
on.
off Kelsey
Yeah.
alone.
You cannot help me.
Now you want that as a separate category? I can make it a separate category, but I mean,
I
Kansas City.
mean, you got to combine. That's fine, but that knocks down that elevates Kansas City because hell, I would have said 4 for their wide receivers, but because of Kelsey, I'll make it a 2.
They get a 2 from me because we don't know the health of Tony, Kadarius Tony, and Schuster. Cole Hardman is out,
yeah,
so you know you can't win. Philadelphia Eagles secondary is a little bit different, a little bit better than the Bengals. You can't win with just getting it to Kelsey. But I give them a 2 simply off of Kelsey. If it wasn't for him, it'll be a 4, like Tony said.
He's a matchup nightmare, fellas. I get what y'all saying. Kelsey is a different breed type of he's the guy when you say Kansas City, he's one of the guys you say you got to worry where he is. So the defensive coordinator and the cornerback safeties coach got their hands full because they got to figure out a way. They can shut him down. They definitely can win the game. But he is definitely a different type of breed. And Bieniemy, once again, Bieniemy and Reed, they know what they doing as far as offensive side of the ball. They know what they got plenty of time to look at schemes and everything. So it's different. We talking about a dangerous tight end.
Tony, what did you rate him?
Who? Kansas City?
Yeah,
2.
2. All right, offensive line.
Have somebody take a picture of me yesterday. What are you talking
Philadelphia.
Who you talking about? Philly or KC?
Start with Philly.
1.
1. All right, 1 for Tony and Damon. Mike.
I get a 1.
Kansas City.
2.
They get a 3 from me.
3. All right, Tony.
3.
I gave him a 2. All right, defense as a whole. Kansas City.
Defense as a whole.
Defense as a whole. Start with Kansas City.
That's tough. Man, that's tough.
2.5.
See that what I see you where I'm at, Tony. That's what I'm saying. It's tough. You where I'm at. If I had to lean, I would say 3. But I really want to say 2 though.
You go 2.5. I'm giving a 3 straight out.
Why you didn't do 4?
The front four is good.
You just said it on the show before. Why you didn't do 4?
There you go.
Go give him a 4.
I'm good. 3.
There you go. There Tony go. What'd you give him, Mike?
Kansas City defense?
Yeah.
I give him a 3.
All right, Philadelphia. I guess everybody give them 1s.
You get a 1 from me.
Mike.
Yeah, they get a 1.
Pretty Tony.
Look at Doc. Doc then whooped them boys. Doc then took that damn L and walking off the damn court, greeting everybody. What position we talking about right now?
Philadelphia's
Philly's defense as a whole.
Oh, 1.
So I kind of figured. All right, special teams. Kansas City.
I'm giving Philly and Kansas City a 2.
I got my 2.
Yeah.
Both of them, Damon?
Yeah, I got a 2. Both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them 2. Both of them get 2 for me.
All right, Tony.
2 for Kansas City, and for Philly, I guess 2.
Yeah, I'm a 2 and 2. I think Kansas, if Kadarius Toney is healthy, they'll have a little bit of an edge in the return game. Coaching, Philadelphia.
Three.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm going 3 simply because they've never been in this moment before. Andy Reid had. Andy Reid he'd get a 2 for me. He wouldn't get a 1 because he got beat last Super Bowl he was in. So Andy Reid will get a 2 and Sirianni will get a 3.
Okay.
I go with 3 for Philly, and I go with I guess I can go 2 with KC.
What about you, Tony, on KC?
Y'all being real disrespectful, man. 1 for KC.
Yeah.
And Reid arguably is arguably the best coach in the game right now, and has been arguably right behind Belichick for the past 10, 15 years, dude. You gotta think what he did with Philly. No, them boys. No, I mean he didn't get a Super Bowl. I know that's part of it. Rings is definitely part of it. But them boys just kind of like what they're doing right now with Kansas City. They did the same thing with Philly. They went to 4 or 5 straight NFC championship games.
I can't argue. You're right.
What'd you get, KC, Tony?
KC coaching 1.
Oh, 1, okay. Mike.
KC, I gave him 2.
2. All right. Let me add up everybody's score. 5, 7, 10, 12 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half. Let's see. So, Dame, what'd you give wide receivers and tight ends for Kansas City?
I gave him 1.
1, okay.
Yeah.
4, 5, 7, 10, 14, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 5, 7, 10, 13, 15, 17. Okay. All right. So for Philadelphia, I had my score I gave them was a 10. Tony, you had 11. Damien, you had 11. Mike, you had a 10. Kansas City, I had 14. Tony, you had a 15 and a half. Damien, you had a 14. Mike, you had a 17. With these picks being made, everybody had Philadelphia had the lowest score, which means you have more confidence in Philly winning this game. Is that still true by your score?
It could be because of the offensive and defensive lines of Philadelphia. Ball control. You know that Jalen Hurts can run. He's a passing quarterback, but he's more threat his better threat to me is him using his wheels. Philly has the better defensive line to me. It could be the one thing though that goes into Kansas City's favor is the experience of the quarterback, the experience of the coaching staff that's been to Super Bowls. So I wouldn't be upset if Kansas City won it. And the one player that scares me the most on either side of either team is Travis Kelce. Because if he has a monster game that don't do anything but open it up for that offense to do more. I mean, there are injuries, including Mahomes, but I mean, I can't say that I would be surprised if KC pulled it out.
Okay, so everybody, the average score between all four of us, Philadelphia is at 10.4, Kansas City at 15.1, which means by analytics, the Four Valley Boys power ranking has Philadelphia winning the Super Bowl. I'm still picking Kansas City.
I honestly wouldn't be mad at you. I was, as far as my pick, that's who I was leaning toward because that's what I was saying, experience, coaching experience, and the enemy and Reed, those two guys together, they may make some things happen. Well, you never know. It's the Super Bowl. You never know.
All right. Mike, who you got? Great.
I got Eagles.
All right, Mike. So you got the Eagles?
Yeah.
I got Kansas City, man. I think. No, I don't. No, Jalen Hurts. I don't. Both quarterbacks are not healthy. No, Jalen Hurts not healthy, man. No, they got away with it, in the San Francisco game because San Francisco went this shit with their injuries. So they was able to get away with it. But Jalen Hurts not healthy. So I'll be interested to see, with 2 weeks, off and rest is going to do for him and his shoulder. And I'm interested to see what 2 weeks off is going to do for Mahomes. But I know I'm going to go with Kansas City because I trust Mahomes in what he can do by he injured more than I do Jalen Hurts.
All right. It's 10:07, y'all. Let's get to the party shots. D-Round will hit them up.
Okay, fellas. We got some baseball fans on the panel. And Scott Rowland is the only person that was voted in as a Hall of Famer, and he barely made it. I'm tired of the baseball purists, baseball writers voting these players in. I'm tired of them even having any type of say-so. So you mean to tell me arguably one of the best right-hand hitters of our generation and Manny Ramirez can't go? You got Barry Bonds, pre-steroids, his numbers pre-accused alleged steroids is better than most people playing right now. You got Mark McGwire, who hit 50 as a rookie. You got guys that's not in the Hall of Fame, either because of the steroid era or like people like Barry Bonds or Gary Sheffield or cats like that. The media or the writers just didn't like them. They don't need to vote. No disrespect to Scott Rowland. Heck of a third baseman. No disrespect to him. He's not the only one that should be voted in this year. According to the stats, according to all that going on that you see, and basically the eye test, fellas. If it wasn't for Sammy, if it wasn't for Mark, the strike of 94 would have killed baseball. It would have killed it. And nobody would be talking about baseball. So we cannot let the writers keep voting because they have, to me, an agenda or a vendetta or whatever you want to call it against certain players. Chicks dig the long ball, remember? That's what they said, right? Nobody really wanted to see a pitching duel. They wanted to see a home run. And then the time that Jim Tomey and all these cats coming through in the clutch with home run after home run after home run, these guys should be in the Hall of Fame, man. They should be in the Hall of Fame. They saved your game. They saved your game from 98 on. They saved your game. Stop playing and put these cats in the Hall of Fame, man. For real. I'm really getting tired of the writers having anything to do with, and even with the older cats. Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame. Alan Trammell made it. His teammates should make it. That was the best second base shortstop tandem of the 80s, man. And it makes no sense to me why some of these cats are not in the Hall of Fame. But then I thought about it, and this is just my opinion. It's the writers. I told Atwater this. I'm telling y'all this. It's the writers. The writers shouldn't have anything to do with the votes. Period.
Yeah, they gotta go to something like a 30-30-30 split or something like that. 33-33-33. Writers, actual Hall of Fame members. I would actually put the current players in there also, or something like that.
I just think it's stupid they even have a say-so, Fade.
I agree. The writers, I mean, like Barry Bonds was never great with the media. I would say never great with the media. He despised the media, and that's
neither was Gary Sheffield.
Him and Sheffield. And Sheffield, I don't know, is Sheffield in the Hall of Fame?
No.
That's one that should be in there.
But remember, fellas, all the hitters, Manny, Gary Sheffield, Sosa, all of them was in the steroid era.
Yeah.
So they gonna get a blackout regardless. But if it weren't for the steroid era, who would be watching that game? Period. I'm just calling it how I see it, man. I done told Atwater this. Me and him had a conversation. I don't like the writers being involved in the voting process.
If you let Big Papi in, I mean, he was part of steroid era. You let him in, but he was juicing. All right, Tony.
Well, we all agree,
yeah,
that Barry Bonds, before he went to San Francisco, had Hall of Fame numbers. Will we agree?
Numbers. Not even before. When he went to San Francisco before 2000, he had Hall of Fame numbers.
That's okay. That's all I'm saying.
He had numbers. We agree. That's agreed right there.
Well, they don't need to. I spoke my piece, man. I'm tired of them, man. For real.
All right, Pretty Tone, what you got for him?
Man, Kyrie Irving, man. Just seems like it was yesterday. We was on here talking about how Kyrie then found his groove and got his head down and going out and playing. Got to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? I mean, basically in contention. Before KD went down, and when KD went down, was keeping them boys pretty much afloat. Where they were still, the bottom wasn't falling out. And then reportedly after, I guess he felt like that was gonna be the time because he was showing them what he can do. He wanted to, reopen up the contract talks, and the Brooklyn pretty much was still, no, we gonna wait and see. We're gonna take a wait and see attitude. Then Kyrie does what Kyrie does and just blew everything up and demanded a trade. Definitely, man. Disappointed, not surprised, but disappointed, and even more so disappointed. Which is the reason, because I actually was gonna go another way on my part shot, but I was actually reading something tonight that made me decide that I was gonna talk about this on my part shot. Is this dude and took down the Instagram post where he gave his apology, man, after he got traded. Said for the incident, about the promoting the movie and the Jews and stuff like that. Said he still was sorry about what happened, but took down his apology, man. Man, Kyrie, man, dude. Like I want to be adult here and not do the name calling and stuff like that, man. But grow up, man. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna keep it PG. But grow up, dude. Seriously, man. Grow up, man. You're not a teenager, man. You're not an adolescent, man. Grow up. That's all I got, man.
Michael.
Hey man, shout out to the NFL and the NHL for getting their all-star stuff right. For years, the NFL Pro Bowl, guys have been playing flag football or touch football. Well, they actually did it this year, and it was quite interesting how they set up the games. They had different games. They had dodgeball, they had golf, they had a quarterback competition. NFL got it right with their all-star weekend as well as the NHL. NHL have the speed challenge and different skills challenge. But their NHL All-Star game is pretty much a 4-division tournament that they do with less players on the floor, and that was exciting. So shout out to the NFL and the NHL, man, for having some pretty eventful All-Star weekends this past weekend.
I still say the NFL need to put in mid-season. Keep the flag football. Just put it mid-season. That's what I say.
Who put flag football? Who in the hell finna do that, fam?
Mid-season?
Man, them dudes would be crazy to do that.
Okay. But you'll get, I mean, we had Tyler Huntley with 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions as a Pro Bowler.
They're not gonna want to play it in the middle of the season.
I don't know. I guess. Okay. Y'all know where I'm finna go with it, partner shot, so let go. Damn, you know where I'm finna go?
I think I got an idea.
Tell me what you think.
I thought you were gonna do baseball, but
Beat me to it.
yeah. And then I actually thought you were going. I think Tony stole the Kyrie thing, so maybe I don't know where you're going.
Okay. So we all know we love First Take.
Yep.
hell.
I know.
Oh hell.
So
I know.
So Monday I was off of work because I wasn't feeling well, so I had a couple of days off. So what I usually do is I watch TV because that's my detox, that's my self-care. So watch First Take in my kitchen while I make me a cup of coffee, and they talk about the Kyrie trade. And who's on there with Stephen A. Smith? One season Williams. Yeah, I mean, was Stephen A. wrong? No. Was Jay Williams wrong? No. Were they both acting like 45, 50-year-old babies? Yes. Did Stephen A. pull his "this my show" card without pulling "this my show" card? Yes. Did Jay Williams acquiesce? Yes. So what does that tell you, Jay Williams? Even though Stephen A. say you here, boy, what does that tell you? Your black ass don't need to be going on First Take, not none other day. Keep your ass right over there on the other side of the set with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, where you try to talk football, but you really talk about gambling, which means you're a gambler. And I hate to see if you where your salary at gambling. That must be a residual effect of your knee surgeries when you wrecked your bike. You need something for competition, something to take the edge off. But Stephen A. Smith, you are not the 1990 New York Giants. You do not have a 50-minute time of possession. You got to let your guests speak because you ask these people on the show. Especially when it comes to Kyrie Irving, you're more triggered than a person that fought in the Gulf War and been home for 3 years and still triggered. Anytime the word Kyrie Irving is mentioned, you go off on a 10-minute tangent. But you got to let everybody else speak, dog. Let other people speak on your show. That's why you told him, come on there. You pay Doggy $10,000 an episode to come on First Take. And you let him talk all he want. Let him talk all he want. Jay Williams, he said he only talked a minute and a half. And you still didn't give him the rest of the time he deserved. So, Stephen A., In the mortal words of Fabian Vicks, shut the fuck up and let the man talk. That's our show for the evening.
Hey, may I ask a quick question? What happened? What happened on the show?
Just
they went on this big argument. It was a huge argument. Jay Williams was defending Kyrie Irving, and he touched the nerve by saying it's personal. He told Stephen A. Smith it's personal. And on the outside looking in, if you really don't know Stephen A. Smith, when he talks about Kyrie, it does seem personal. It seems personal. His eyes get big. His voice gets strong, and that's what Jay Williams said. He said, "You got a little temperament in your voice." No, I don't. Yes, you do. They were just going back and forth
like little kids.
No, but see, Stephen A. is animated about every topic, every subject.
But Kyrie,
Kyrie seems to touch a little nerve though, Tony.
It does a little bit. He's admitted that. He didn't admit that in the moment because, in all actuality, Jay Williams was trying to be funny. He was trying to be funny. He was poking Stephen A. about the shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is something what a lot of people don't know. I mean, I'm sure Fade know. You know what I'm saying? D may know. I don't know. But you know, that's my show. Me and Fade talk about that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. But Jay, I mean, they had this argument about the same time last year. Another big ass argument on air.
I remember. I remember.
I mean, all that's why Jay Williams knew what he was doing when he brought it back up, talking about this is personal. So I mean, and because of that big ass argument, now whenever Stephen A. talk about Kyrie, he always have to preface it with, he's the best ever. He's a showstopper. He deserves his money, but he won't go to work.
No,
he won't go to work.
Having said all that, you haven't said all that.
Because he don't want to negate. He don't want to negate what he said.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't think.
I actually don't think both of them actually came out and said is nothing against Jay Williams. They still brothers, this, that, and the third. But to me, it was funny. You know,
they were like kids, man.
Yeah, it was like Faye said, man. You said it. Grow up, man.